Hello everyone and welcome to Mission 7 of the Hormuz Freedom Campaign for the AV-8B in DCS World. This time we are on the mission to do Bandar Airfield strike. And it's probably going to be a bit of a shorter episode because this mission was, well, broken. But we'll get onto that in a minute. The actual premise of the mission is mostly sound. Idea is that Intel has spotted a large number of transport planes and helicopters being loaded at the nearby Bandar Airfield, and so we are tasked with destroying them before they can get off the ground. And to accomplish this, because Bandar Airfield has significant air defences, a SEAD operation will be going in with a flight of F-18s beforehand to clear up the air defence. Then if we stick to high altitude, we should be able to pick these things off no problem. Or that's the theory. So let's get into what goes wrong. So the first issue, which is rather minor, we're supposed to get the Buffalo callout when we are ready to go in. However, we get this Buffalo callout here when they begin the actual SEAD attacks. They're not yet done, this is just them beginning. A little bit of confusion, nothing too bad there, I could just loiter. Bigger problem with this mission can be seen by this still frame of the proposed course for the mission, and you can probably see what is going wrong here. So, slightly inexplicably, we are tasked with attacking from the far side of Bandar Abbas Airfield, which, yeah, fine, I don't know why that is, probably just there to delay us since the call goes out too early, but that should be fine. Problem is, on the map you can see the light and dark red areas. I believe the light red area is the detection range, the dark red area is the kill range of this Hawk site that we are supposed to be going through. And what you can see there is between waypoint 2 and waypoint 3, we are just beelining straight through the kill area of that SAM net. Meaning if the SAM net is not down at that point, you just die there. And that's what happened on my first attempt. Despite me trying my best to dodge the massive amount of SAMs that get launched, I get shot down there. But even more so, I just don't understand this. The second attempt, I skirted around the outside, going well south. But the problem is, even to hit waypoint 3, if you look at where waypoint 3 is, it's at the overlap of two distinct SAM nets, meaning that's the worst place that you can be going at that point. All just to get on the other side of the airfield, and you're going to be dropping laser-guided bombs on this one, so you need to be over the airfield anyway, so it's not like we're able to use standoff from a certain range. We have to go straight over it anyway, so all of this is just faffing around in hostile SAM cover. And yeah, that doesn't work out great. So yeah, as I'm desperately trying to approach waypoint 3, we get launched at a lot. I manage to evade, but my wingman isn't so lucky and he goes down. Now, about this point I was realising that I hadn't heard anything from the SEAD flight for a while, and I figured that they got shot down. And when I went to the end screen of the mission, I can see why they got shot down. There were only two F-18s in the air, and they have to take out multiple Hawk site and Rapier site batteries in the area. And these aren't small batteries either. The ones that I got eyes on had about 6 launchers per battery, so they can put out a staggeringly huge amount of firepower that just overwhelmed the F-18s, and they got ripped to pieces. They did manage to take some things out, but that's where the other problem is. They took out the wrong target, realised afterwards that they took out that overlapping field of fire that we saw on the map screen, not the ones on the actual airfield, meaning the airfield defences were 100% online after they did their failed attempt at an attack. And it's not like I could do any SEAD of my own. On this one I am just armed with laser-guided bombs and cluster bombs. I don't even have a single sidearm that I can use to toss out at the enemy. and so really I do not see how this is completable in its current state. I could probably try and just repeat it again and again and again, hoping that these two F-18s happen to manage to get a hit on the correct target. But I really don't want to have to do that. I don't see that as being a particular challenge. This is nothing to do with me, the player. This is entirely the AI messing up, because this mission, like some of the missions in the past, have relied incredibly heavily on the AI skill. And the problem there is just slight balancing changes are going to throw off how that works. I've seen these kind of missions being done really well recently in the Fear the Bones campaign, where they had something very similar, but the actual strike was all scripted so that the enemy died when they were supposed to die. The planes flying around were just for show. That's really what this needed something to force and make sure that those targets go down, because it's completely not up to the player. So yeah, in the end I tried pushing on to hit waypoint 3 and 4 just to see if that would trigger some scripting, and well, flying that close to the SAMnet, which was fully active in a single Harrier, went about as well as you would expect. So yeah, in its current state, this mission is just unwinnable as far as I can tell. I guess I could rearm, go full SEAD, try and do this myself, then go back and get the laser bombs, probably after several sorties. I'm just skipping this mission. The dev really needs to come back over and go through this, because as it stands, I think this is unplayable. Anyway, I will be persevering with the campaign. At least these missions are quick and interesting, even if we've had several now that are not really working as intended. And so we'll just see how this continues to go. I hope I catch you next time. Until then, remember to be kind to yourselves and everyone else. Cheers.